Welcome, guys. Mensuration with the new topic when you are given the chord of the circle. So, in the previous video, we done about the area of sectors and arc length. In this video about the mensuration, we are talking about the chord of a circle. What is the chord of the circle? If this is the circle, the chord mean if a line cut 2 points of the circle is called the chord. So it can be either anywhere, it can be this is also called the chord, and even if the line passed through the center and touch 2 point of the circle is also called the chord, but it also in the same time called the diameter. We know that diameter, the line passed through the center and touch 2 point of the circle is called the diameter, but the chord is only the line which touch 2 point of the circle is called the chord. So diameter can be chord, but chord cannot be diameter. Okay, so AB here, the mention here, this is the chord of the circle here. Now, the line AB is a chord. The area of the circle cut by the chord is called the segment. It means this is called the segment, this part. The smaller part is called the minor segment, and the major unshaded called the major segment. So the diagram minor segment and which is the shaded, and major segment which is the unshaded. Because minor is a small part of the segment, so that's why it's called the minor, and this is unshaded is the bigger one. Okay, so here the two key points you should remember. The line of the center of the circle is the midpoint of the chord. Bisect chord at the right angle. So it means this line which cut on the chord, it makes a right angle on the line segment, which is the chord segment AB. So the line center of the circle to midpoint of the chord, from the center to the midpoint of the chord. So it means it cut the chord in two parts, so they are equal. If this is 10 centimeter the total length, it becomes 5 centimeter here, 5 centimeter here. If it is 20 centimeter the total length, so 10 centimeter here, 10 centimeter here, because the total length is 20. So the line from center to the chord is the line segment which cut the chord in two equal parts, so that's why they becomes equal. So the B part, the line of the center of a circle to the midpoint of a chord bisect the angle. It means this line, so it bisect the angle subtended the chord at the center of the circle. So subtended at the chord of the center of the circle, so it's subtend also. If this angle is 60 degrees, so it becomes 30 here, 30 here. So because it's bisect, so it becomes the half of the angle. Okay, so guys, the chord means the line which touch 2 points of the circle. So that is called the chord. Because of the chord, the circle, the complete circle cut in two parts. So the smaller part is called the minor segment, and the major part is called the major segment. Okay, here example, we see the example for in this topic. We are given the circle and we are given the triangle XOY, and this is the line which subtend from the center of the circle to the chord. So it cut the chord in two halves. If the total length as given in the example, the length xy is the chord of the xy is a chord of a length which is 12 centimeter. So it means this complete information is 12 centimeter, and if we cut here, it's cut equal two parts, so that's why 6 centimeter here of the circle. Radius is 10, so this is radius is 10. So radius anywhere you can draw, but it just mentioned because it's touched on the chords and make a triangle to find the solution. So this is also 10 centimeter. Now he said center O, calculate the angle XOY. XOY, it means we need to find this angle, we need to find this angle. And this B part, the area of the minor segment cut off by the chord XY. So this is the area of minor segment. We need to find the area of the minor segment. Okay, so first of all, find the angle. So how can you find the angle? When it draws the line, it perpendicular on XY, it makes a right angle triangle. So when it is right angle triangle, remember the right angle triangle here. In front of right angle, this line is called the hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse of the value, and if this angle is mentioned here, so this side is called the opposite. So whatever the angle mentioned, according to that, this is the opposite side. So what left beside the angle is called the adjacent. Okay. So about the right angle triangle, you can go to the channel about the trigonometry ratio. So in the trigonometry ratio, you can find easily about this detailed information over here. We will discuss in the next chapter, which is chapter number 6, page 192 from the book. So in chapter number 6, we will discuss in detail about this right angle triangle, in which we call the hypotenuse, it is called the opposite, and this is called the adjacent. So we use here some formulas in right angle triangle when we are missing the angle, which is called the SOHCAHTOA. I hope you done this one in grade 8, and this is in the previous classes. This means means sine opposite of hypotenuse, ka means adjacent over hypotenuse, and toa mean opposite and adjacent. So we use right angle triangle, so we get the information according to this. We can find the solution of it. Okay, now let's find the angles, but we cannot find a complete angle because it's used only for the right angle triangle. So I'm first finding this angle, then I multiply by 2, it becomes a complete angle. According to this side is called the opposite side, and because the right angle, this side is called the hypotenuse, as we given here. In the front of right angle, always it is hypotenuse, and whatever the angle mentioned here, according to that, the in front of that line is called the opposite line. So it means the opposite hypotenuse, so we use sine. So we use sine formula, sine sine whatever the angle here. So we have the half of O, so it is half of O because it is MOY. So MOY equal sine inverse. Whenever you need to find the angle, we use shift, and whatever the angle we mention here, we use that one. So here the operation is shift, sine is opposite is 6, and hypotenuse is 10. So just simplify, use shift button, shift sine 6 out of 10, press equal, you find the answers 36.86989. So I'm just taking only one decimal place after the decimal, so 36.9. So the angle 36.9 is only this angle, but I need the complete angle because it mentioned in the question, he said find the angle XOY. So this complete angle, so we need to find XOY, which is equal to 2 times MOY. So MOY equal 36.9. When you multiply, you will find the answer, which is 36.9 times 2. It is 73.8. So 73.8 is a complete angle. This is complete angle. So because this angle is 36.9 and this complete angle is 73.8. Okay, in the second part, he said that find the area of minor segment cut off by the chord XY. So XY we need cut. So we need to find this part. We need to find this shaded part. If you look at here, this part X OXY, in the curve part, it becomes the sector. We done in the previous video area of sector. How can you find, you know, that area of sector, the formula area of sector equal theta divided by 360 times pi times r square, if you remember that. So this is theta pi r square, pi r square. So area of sector. So area of triangle, we know the formula also, we done in the previous classes also, which is if we are not given the vertical height, if we are not given the vertical height, even you can find vertical height using Pythagoras theorem also. So Pythagoras theorem, which is you can find also in detail information from YouTube videos in my channel. So you can find the vertical height. We have two ways. Either if we are not given the vertical height, so we can use the two lengths included the angle using the sine rule method, the sine formula method. So it's up to you. First find the vertical height, then you can find the answer, or using the sine method, so you can find. So 2 radius, so 10, we know that a times b divided by 2 times sine theta. Now put the information in the formula, then minus it, you find this shaded segment, because we need the shaded segment, as he said, to find the minor segment of the, so we need to find the minor segment of here. Okay, now in this question, in the part of this one, so I'm just substituting the value here. So area of sector here, we are given the information, the theta, we found the theta, which is 73.8 divided by 360 times pi and times r equal 10 square. Okay, simplify, you find the answer. He found the answer here, he simplified here, which is 64.3. I'm just writing one decimal place, it's okay, three significant figures, so 64. So same, you can find the area of the triangle using the formula a times b over 2 times sine theta. So just substitute, because a is 10, b also a is 10, b also 10, so you can put in the information and you can find the answer. Here we found the solution of that, so which is approximately 48. So area of triangle, after simplify, 10 times 10 divided by 2 times sine sine 173.8, after simplify you find the answer 48 centimeter square. So these are, because both are the area centimeter square, so we need to find this shaded minor segment. This is the minor segment, we need to find this area. So bigger minus the smaller, you find the answer. So 64 64.3 minus 48, you find 16.3 6.3 centimeter square. This is the shaded area minor segment of the minor segment, which is answered in three significant figures after minus them. Okay, hope if you understand this part, the rest of part is the same way, slightly different, but if you understand this example very clearly, so rest of the example is very easy for you to understand. Okay, let's start question number 7 on page number 6 from the worksheet, mensuration. When you are given the chord of a circle, then how can you find the minor segment, the vertical height, the length of the chord, and the radius whatsoever, whatever he can ask you, you can use them and find the solution. Okay, now question number 7, the chord AB. So AB chord is subtends an angle of 130. So angle is 130 degree. This is the angle which is 130 degree. At the center O, this is the center O, the radius of the circle of 8 centimeter. Find the length AB. So it means we need to find length AB, this complete length, which is called the chord. So here we have the formula, but I'm going to use the same way, but the method you already many times use it. Either you can use the formula to find this length, but I'm using only the easiest method what you done already many times. No need to learn that and remember the new one, but you should know all these things. Later we discuss in detail. But here we are given, this is the vertical height, which is perpendicular on AB, so it means it make a right angle here, it makes a right angle here, and cut on AB, which I just label that is M. M is the midpoint of AB. So according to this one, according to this information, so this call one side and they are the same side equal. So according to this one, this is when you cut the angle, it becomes 65. This angle cut into 65. If you remember at the beginning, the second part, the line of this center of the circle, the midpoint of the chord, bisect the angle which is subtended in the center. So subtended means that it makes half of the angle. So it means whatever the angle given here, it becomes the half of the angle. If you look at here, this is 130, so when you half it, it becomes 65 degree. So this is 65 degree. According to this one, this is called the opposite side, this is called the opposite side, and this is called the hypotenuse. So opposite hypotenuse, we use sine angle opposite of hypotenuse. It means whenever we need to find the angle, so it is sine angle opposite of hypotenuse, which is so whenever we are given the information, angle is 65, replace angle by 65, and AM is the length which we need to find here, AM. So divided by the hypotenuse is 8. So this is division. When you transfer, it becomes multiplication here. So 8 times sine 65, use sine button, you find the answer, which is 70. So 8 times sine 65 gave you 7.250, so on. So I just took three significant figures, which is 7.25. so this is the half of the length of the chord, but I need the complete length, because it said that find the length of AB. So this is the complete length, which is AB. So multiply it by 2, so you find the answer, length of AB equal 14.5 centimeters. So when you multiply, or this plus this give you the complete length, because both are the same length, so you add one length, or multiply one length by 2, you find the complete length of this one. Okay, let's see what this is the seventh question, part A. In the second part, we need to find the area of the sector, so I took only the small part of the area of sector, because if this is the complete circle, so from this is called the area of sector. So I took only this part, the small part, in which we are given angle 130 degree, radius is 8, this is also 8, and this is the curve part of that one, so AB. So area of sector, we know the formula is theta over 360 times pi times r square. So just replace the value by the given information. So theta 130, 360 times a r equal 8 square. Simplify, you find the answer, area of sector 72.6 centimeter square. Again, we need to find the area of triangle. So if this is the circle, so this is the chord, and this is the area of the triangle. I took this part from that circle, and this is the triangle which made in the circle, and this part look like here the 8 centimeter, this is 8 centimeter, this AB we found here in the question, but we need only the area. So area, so if we are given two sides and we are given included angle, we use the formula half times A times B times sine theta. So just replace the values, so half times A times sine 130, simplify, you find the answer, which is 24.5 centimeter square. In the next part, he said find the shaded shown the shaded minor segment. So it means in the circle, this is the circle, and we know this is the triangle, so we need to find this part of the circle. So we found the triangle, and we found the area of segment, the complete sector. So we found that, so just minus area of sector, this is the area of sector in the question, and this is the area of the triangle, and minus them, you find the answer, which is 48.1 centimeter square. Okay, page 7, question number 8. From the mensuration, when you are given the chord of the circle, then you find the solution. Here, how far the chord of the length? Now, 8 centimeter. So it means how far the chord. 8 centimeter from the center of the circle of the radius 5 centimeter. So this is the chord which is 8 centimeter. This is the chord which is 8 centimeter. It is how far from the center of the circle. So we need to find the height of we need to find the distance from the chord to the circle. So I just need to find the height, and the radius given is 5 centimeter. So because this is the midpoint of the chord, so it becomes both sides are equal. So this is 4 centimeter, this is 4 centimeter. So according to this is the opposite side. We need to find this one, so this become right angle. So we use the Pythagoras theorem. If you need to if you are given the longer side, and we need to find the one of the short side, use the formula, the bigger side minus the smaller side. So bigger side square minus the smaller side square, take the square root, you find this missing height. This is called the Pythagoras theorem. So you can find the detailed video in YouTube, in my channel on YouTube, about the Pythagoras theorem. So even though after that we will discuss in detail in the coming classes also. So the longer side minus the short side square, take the difference of them and take the square, you find the answer, which is the height. So 3 centimeter, the distance from the chord to the center O. Okay, this is question number 8. Now see what is the question number 9 on page number 8. Question number 9 on page number 8 here. The diagram shows, this is the diagram which shows the cross section of the cylindrical pipe with the water lying in the bottom. So this is the water which is lying in the bottom of the pipe. It is the cylindrical pipe. If the maximum, normally we know that the pipes are the cylindrical water pipes, normally in the round shape. If the maximum depth of the water is 2 centimeter, it means this is the depth of the water which is 2 centimeter, and the radius of the pipe is uh, radius is what, from center to the circle, the point is called the radius. I just touched this point because it becomes a triangle, and even it becomes a sector, the complete one. So it's easy for me to simplify the solution for this. Find the area of the shaded. Okay, so I draw the perpendicular on it. This is the complete radius, this touch, and 2 is the depth, and rest of part is of 5 centimeter. So this is the 5 centimeter. The complete length is 7 centimeter because the radius is given 7 centimeter. 7 centimeter. Okay, this is the radius of the. Now we use the information here, adjacent, and this is the hypotenuse. So adjacent we need to find an angle. So adjacent hypotenuse, because we need to find the shaded area. So how can you find the area? We need to find the area of this one. Either we can find this length or find the area of the triangle, then area of sector, then minus it, you find the area of this depth of the water. Okay, now we need to find the area of triangle first. So we need to find the angle. How can you find angle? This angle, according to this one, this is the adjacent, this is the hypotenuse, because in front of right angle, beside the angle is called the adjacent. This is the rule. So whatever the angle mentioned here, beside it calls the adjacent. So adjacent, opposite, we know that we already took in this. I just give you the small information. Adjacent hypotenuse, we use cosine. So here cosine angle adjacent of hypotenuse, which is called the chord. Just substitute the value. 5 is the adjacent, and 7 is the hypotenuse. Whenever you need to find the angle, just use shift required function. So here required function is what? Cos. So this is the required function, which is cos. Press this one. So this is the cos. We got here cos inverse, and 5 over 7, 5 divided by 7, you find the answer, 44.415, so on, and I just took one decimal place, so which is 4.1. This is the angle, but I need the complete angle for this triangle, which is, for example, if this is x and this is y, as we done in the example in the first the page of this worksheet, means this video sheet. So this is xo, so this the complete angle multiplied by 2, you find the complete angle, which is 88.8. Okay, we need to find the shaded area. We done in the first example. If you remember that, this is the same question. This is the same question we done here in the example. The same question we done here. It is the same. We need to find the minor segment here. So here we need to find the minor segment. So area of sector minus the area of the triangle. Area of sector, we know that the formula theta over 360 times pi times r. R is 7 centimeter square, and area of triangle 7 times 7 divided by 2, the sine theta, which is 88.8 divided by 2, you find, minus it, you find this solution 838, and this solution 24.5. When you minus it, it becomes 13.5 centimeter square. So this is the area of this shaded. Okay, now in the second part, the part B, what is the volume of the water? So volume, it means volume of the water in the length 30 centimeter. If this is the circle, and this is the length of the pipe, this is the length of the pipe, length is 30 centimeter. So this is what we are given, this the curve, the cross section. Here we are given the cross section, so he gave us the third centimeter. We found the area of this segment. We find this area. So he said that how much the water in the whole depth of the in the length of this pipe. So multiply only 30 with the area of the depth of the water. So this is the area of the depth of the water, what we given here. So this is the complete area, what the water left in the pipe here, depth of the water left here. So multiply this by 30. so you find 405 cubic centimeters. So it means in this length, so if only in the front length, what we can easily see that there is only the area 13.5, but the complete volume what is occupied by this one, so it is 405 cubic centimeter. Question number 10. In question number 10, find we are given an equilateral triangle is inscribed in the circle radius 10 centimeter. Find the area of the triangle. So area of triangle, from the center to the circle is called the radius, so which is given is 10 centimeter. So all the sides are equal. Find the area of one triangle. So then multiply by 3, you find the area of the whole triangle. So area of one triangle on the center, we know the circle on the center around the point of the there are 360, so 360 divided by how many sides? There are 3 sides, so equal 120. So it means each angle is 120. So find the area of one triangle, multiply by 3, you find the area of complete triangle. So area of one triangle, which is after simplifying, you find 43.3, then multiply by 3, you find the total area of the triangle is 129.9 centimeter square. We need to find the shaded area. So area of the circle minus the area of the triangle, you find the shaded area. Area of the circle, we know the area of circle is pi r square, minus the area of the triangle, which is 129, 129.9. So area of circle, pi r square, r is the 10 centimeter we are given in the question, which is 10 centimeter. Minus it, you find the shaded area, which is 184.3 centimeter square. This is shaded area what we need to find in the circle. So area of circle minus area of triangle, you find the shaded area. Okay, last page of the sheet, which is page number 9, question number 11. In this question, again, like the previous question, there is a triangle in the circle, but here hexagon in the circle. So from center to the circle, mention it is a regular hexagon, which is circumscribed by the circle of the radius 6 centimeter. Find the shaded area. So this is the triangle. So we know that the total angles around a point at 360. So there are 6 sides. So 360 divided by 6, you find each angle is 60. So each angle is 60. Find the area of one triangle. Find the area of one triangle, then multiply it by 6. You find the area of the hexagon. So this is 6 side because the 6 triangle. So I multiply 6 by the area of the triangle. This is the area of the triangle method formulas. Length 1 times a times b divided by 2 times sine 60. Simplify, you answer. Find the answer 93.5 centimeter square. Then find the area of the circle. So area of circle pi r square. So radius is 6. Simplify, you find 113.5. So we need to find this shaded area. We need to find this shaded area. We need to find the shaded area. So area of circle minus area of hexagon, you find the shaded area, which is 19.6 centimeter square. Okay, the last question of the this sheet, question number 12. In this question, we are given the circle, and again we are given the radius and the sector, minor sector, and the theta. So what we need to find the radius of the circle. We need to find the radius of the circle. This is what we need to find out. Theta is 150, area 114. So this is the area of the sector. This is the minor sector. We are given area 114 centimeter square, this area only. So we know the shaded area. How can we find? We did many questions about it. So shaded area equal area of sector minus the area of triangle, you find this area, so which is given 114. So replace a shaded area 114 and area of sector. We know the formula theta over 360 times pi times r square minus a times b over 2 times sine theta. So ab equal r times r. So r times r because the two radius are there. So sine theta we are given 150 degree here. Replace the information in the angles. Just simplify. So r is a common. So r times r means r square. So r square common between the two expressions. So I took outside. So simplify this part. When you simplify, you find 1.309. And when you simplify sine 150 over 2, so 0.25. So simplify 1.059 minus it, you find 1. 1.059 r square. So this is multiplication. When you transfer it becomes a division here. So r square equal 114 over 1.059. So after dividing you find 107.6, but we need to find the radius, but it is square, so take the square root. Take the square root of both sides, you will get the answer r equal 10.4 centimeter. This is what we require in this question. Okay, hope this video helpful for you for this sheet about the mensuration from page number 6 to page number 9 when you are given chord of a circle. Please, if you do like the video, subscribe the channel and share it. If you like, do like the video. Thank you very much.